everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again. Today I am doing a full coverage foundation routine. This is the routine that I like to do for red carpets, special events like weddings, the quinceañera, any type of like super important event. This routine will last long, and like I mentioned in my previous video, I do have dry skin, so I opt for more of a dewy kind of look instead of, you know, a really matte look. So a lot of these products will continue to give you like a glowy look, but you can always substitute it with more matte products if that's what you're looking for, or if you have more of a oily skin or more combination. But let's go ahead and get started. So I have my beauty blender, it's already moist. Today I literally just did an eyeliner look with the Huda Beauty lashes in the style Samantha number 7. So I already primed. I used the Banana Bright Face Primer. I've been using this for the last, I would say, about 3 months, and I love it. Like, it smells amazing. It has vitamin C. It brightens your skin up. And so today's foundation, one of my favorite full coverage foundations, is by Smashbox. This is the Studio Skin 15 Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. This is it. I love this foundation because it's full coverage, but it's not drying. Like it says, it's hydrating and it's full coverage. It says it's 15 hours. Wear, I've never worn it for 15 hours, but I have worn it on red carpets. I've worn it in front of a lot of lights, and this is one of my favorites. So let's go ahead and shake it up. And my beauty blender is already damp. I used it on my eyes earlier. I put some concealer on there. That's why it's a little dirty. But I go ahead and apply one pump first. I always do this. And today I'm going to be using my Impressions Vanity little mirror. It's this one. It's super cute, and you can turn it on. Turn it on and off. But yeah, I'm going to use this one just to see myself more close up. So I'm going to go ahead and start on my right side. So a little of this foundation goes a long way. I mean, of course, if you're looking for a buildable, dewy, long wear foundation, I totally recommend this one. Even if this is a hydrating foundation, I feel like anyone could use this foundation. It looks great in photography. It doesn't have SPF because SPF sometimes can give you flashback when you take pictures. Like, your face looks really ghostly, like very white when that flash hits your skin, and like we really, you know, you don't really want that. At least I don't, you know, want that. Some of the foundations that are out there that have SPF, actually, they don't have flashback, but most of them do. And I would recommend that you use one that doesn't have SPF if you're going to be taking pictures. I'm going to go ahead and bring it down my neck a little bit. This is how the foundation looks. So my next step is going to be using a full coverage concealer. I love the Cover FX Power Play Concealer. This was in the color G Plus Medium 2. And I like this one because it has an undertone, yellow undertone, and you can really get that like highlight effect on the skin when you use this. So I love the applicator. It has like this little round applicator, and it just feels so good when you apply it. I'm going to apply it like in a little triangle. I just stamp it like this. I'm going to go ahead and apply some in the middle of my nose, some up here, a little bit on my chin, and a little bit around these areas where I get a little bit of darkness. So to set the under eye, you can use a translucent powder, which I would normally do, but since we're going for a more full coverage look, I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Foundation. And I love this one because it's lightweight, it's very finely milled, but it still gives you, like it says, an airbrush look. It's so nice. It's so worth it. I highly recommend this one. And this is in the shade Medium number 2. But I like to use my beauty blender, like I said. You can use a brush, but I feel like because my skin is dry, I like to use a damp beauty blender with powders because it gives a little bit of hydration. You don't feel so dry, especially me, because I try to avoid powders unless I need them for a certain look. So I'm going to go ahead and look up, and I'm just going to apply this on the under eye. I'm going to go ahead and apply some bronzer. Today I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty bronzer in the color Island Tea. I'm going to go ahead and use my Morphe M527 brush. It's just this fluffy bronzer brush. This is my favorite brush to use for bronzer. So I'm going to go ahead and apply that in like in a three motion. And then I usually put some on the tip of my nose, just nothing specific. I just kind of go on the bottom and then on the top, and then I do some more contouring with the translucent powder later. So now that we applied our bronzer, I'm going to go ahead and apply a little bit of contour. I'm going to be using the Dior Quad. This one, I don't know what color this is. I'm going to be using this one. And I'm going to be using the Smith 112 brush. I love Smith brushes, like I told you in my last video. This is my favorite contour brush. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of that. And then a lot of us can contour if we make this face. You see that? You don't want to contour directly on it. You want, or like right under it. You want to do it a little bit above so that you can blend it down. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And just do it there and like blend it up. Apply it there and blend it up. If you want to contour your jaw, you can do it right under it as well. It really helps the double chin. Your nose, I'm not being very specific about my nose right now, but I do like to do the bottom. If I do contour my nose, I like to apply some on the bottom. I love blush. I told you in my last video that I love blush. And this one is the KKW and Mario, Makeup by Mario. It's the color Very Graceful. It's such a beautiful color. I'm going to use my Buildable Cheek Blush by Smashbox, which is my favorite as well. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of that. And like I mentioned in my last video, I like to kind of apply my blush right under the eye, almost right under the eye. So next we're going to go ahead and add some highlighter. I'm using the Dior Nude Luminizer in the color number 2. My cousin actually bought me this. So shout out to her for getting me this beautiful highlighter. Look at that. Ah, shout out Dana, I love you. But I'm going to go ahead and use the Anastasia A23 brush. This is the best highlighter brush ever. It's so precise, but it's like fluffy enough. It's like the perfect highlighter brush. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some of that. And you want to just apply it on the top of your cheekbone where the light would naturally hit. So go ahead and apply that. Normally I would add my highlighter with my beauty blender because I like more of a dewy kind of wet kind of look. I'm still gonna go in with it. I'll show you right now, but look how beautiful that is. It's just so natural. This is the kind of highlighter that I go for unless I'm going like doing like a specific makeup look where it requires a lot more highlighter. But this one is just stunning. And I go ahead and apply a little bit on the tip of my nose, like that. And then I go ahead and go in with my beauty blender, the one I use for foundation, and I just go over it, and you see it has like a really beautiful natural glow. So next I'm going to go ahead and use my translucent powder, and for that I like to use the Laura Mercier one. This one is really dry, too dry for me to use all over my skin, too dry for me to use under my eyes. but I love to use this one for baking because it just gives you that, you know, a little bit of that white cast, but like in a good way, you know. And I love using this. This is another extra step, extra dainty. I use the Morphe blender for this. I like this one because it has this straight edge, which really helps for contouring and really getting those sharp lines when you want them. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some. I have some here. I grab some just on the tip, like that, on the tip of the blender. And then I'm gonna go ahead and kind of pat it on my hand first, just so that I can get some of that excess off. And then I'm gonna go right under my cheekbone, like right here. It's usually like from the edge of your mouth up to the top of your ear. That's usually my guideline. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do like one sweep. Don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can do it like, you know, it takes a while to get this, but once you do, you can do it in one stroke. But you can do it like little by little. Straight edge really helps. I can do it with this beauty blender, but I prefer doing it with this because you just get that sharp line. Just like that, like a little beard. But this really helps define your contour and your bronzer and everything. We're not going to leave it like that. We're going to blend it out soon, but I'll show you. And then for my nose, since my nose is a little bit crooked, like I mentioned, I look straight into the mirror. And then, you know, I kind of go, because like my nose is a little bit skinnier up here and a little bit wider in the bottom. Just to make it look a little straighter, I only contour this side. This side like this. And then I'll put some a little bit like on the tip of the nose as well. Just like that. Look at me looking all crazy. If you have oily skin, I recommend leaving this on for at least a couple minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes if you have the time. I normally just do it and then take it off right away because I don't want to get too dry. You can go ahead and use your same bronzer brush. I'm just going to use the same one that I used earlier to apply my bronzer, and I just remove it like that. It comes off very easily. The longer you leave it, the longer it'll kind of stay on your skin. But I'm going to go ahead and pinch it like this, and I'm just going to blend it because you don't want that harsh line. And then for my nose, I'm just going to go ahead and take the same brush that I used to contour, and I'm just going to lightly remove it. I'm just going to leave it a little bit so that, you know, and then I'm going to pat it in so that you don't remove all of it because you want it to kind of stay there to give you the illusion that you have a straighter nose. So we're done with the skin, everyone. I feel like it looks so nice. It feels nice. It looks nice in pictures. It looks nice on camera, on the red carpet, in front of lights. But it also looks good in person. I will go ahead and apply my lipstick just to complete the look a little bit more. Everyone, I'm back with the final look. This is how everything came out. Are you proud of me? I actually curled my hair a little bit. I did something to it because this is the final makeup look. I love it. I think it looks so great. It feels great. It looks natural, but you have a lot of makeup on. For the lip, I used the Huda Beauty liquid matte lipstick in the color Girlfriend. It looks so beautiful. And I also used the MAC Spice lip pencil to go with it. And we are done for the day. Let me know what you guys thought about this video. Let me know what you learned, something new that you haven't tried before. And I'll go ahead and list everything that I used today down below in the description box. So let me know what you would like to see next from me. Let me know in the comments. So I'll see you guys next time.